Mornings in the country. It is Gene and Alex, and it is Tri-Day. And from the beginning, Tri-Day was never intended to be just about food or spicy stuff that wanted to kill us. The key word is try, and we've always intended to get out and try things. And we got out finally this week, didn't we, Al?
We did indeed. Bryce does not have to taste spicy things. We don't have to eat nasty things that swim or squirm.
Nope.
Instead, we went underground.
We did. This time we went to Lincoln, Nebraska. Now, this is something that now I lived in Lincoln 30 years ago, and this was pretty much unknown at the time, but it is called Robbers Cave, which is a cave that is in southwest Lincoln. And they are now open. I believe he said that they've been open for 8 years now, and you can take tours. And so we decided to take a tour of Robbers Cave, not only for Tri-Day, but it does have a little spookiness to it. So we're in the Halloween season, so we thought we'd tie it all into one.
It was indeed a little spooky. So wait, did we ever figure out why it was called Robbers Cave?
Mainly because he said for a short time, the Jesse James used it as a hideout, and that's where it got its nickname as Robbers Cave. So, but it had been around for a long time before that, and it's been used for everything from a daycare to having concerts. It was filled with junk at one time and forgotten, and then they cleaned it out, and now it's a great tourist attraction. So
it is indeed.
Shall we walk people through some of Robbers Cave today
Let's
on Tri-Day?
do it. Because on the top of Robbers Cave, what it is today, there is a really nice space that you can use for weddings and events and all sorts of things. And you would never know that deep underground, it's a cave.
Yeah, you're right on top of a cave that has been there for well over a century. And so we took a tour of it, and the tours are available. He said that he does special tours like for us at 11:30, but generally he starts in the afternoon, and he does tours all the time. And he says his main clients are international travelers, people not from this area come to town, and they go through Robbers Cave.
Which means that Nebraskans are not appreciating all of the natural things that happen in this state. Okay, we've got the beautiful sandhills over on the west and over on the east. We've got things like caves in the middle of what is now a city.
Yep, it was very interesting. Should we walk through what we did?
Let's do it.
All right, there is our host. Goodness gracious, I'm sorry. What was his name?
Joel.
Oh, yeah. My goodness. So I'm going to throw this out there. I threw this at you guys yesterday. He looks like an actor that I know named Anthony Rapp. And I want to call him Anthony. I'm sorry. His name is not Anthony. It is Joel. And he gave us the tour, and quite the historian. He has literally written the book about Robbers Cave, which he said just entered its 23rd printing. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So a lot of people out there.
Inside of the cave, when you first go down, it's like a big long hallway, which is the main part, I guess you could say, of the cave. And then there's like little tunnels that go out to different things. And one of the tunnels that was creepy, and I didn't really want to go down, but we did, was this thing that used to be like it was basically a well. And the kids would go down like, I don't know how many feet down under it was.
He said that the well was 62 feet deep. That's pretty specific. But we went down in there, and it was a much tighter, confined space. And one thing that shocked me, and I've done a cave tour before, but it was a very, very large cave in Texas. Being in these tight, confined spaces, I got very easily disoriented. And he said that it's very easy to get lost down there because you could be going up and it feels like you're going down and you have no idea what direction you're going. And going down into that 62-foot deep well, it seriously felt like we went down like 10 feet and then we came out above where we started. It was just freaky.
Okay, we're going to share some more photos and videos for you joining us on Facebook this morning. So we will continue that conversation off the air because nobody can see these pictures right now.
There you go. So make sure that you give us a follow on Facebook if you haven't done so. And we will continue our Tri-Day underground adventures at Robbers Cave right here on Facebook.
Okay. So I don't even know where to begin because there was just so many things that we saw. So along the walls of all of these caves were carvings from the last 100 years
Oh,
or
yeah.
so.
Yeah, some of them,
Carvings and names and pictographs and like you name it, and it was on this wall. And this man knew those things inside and out. He knew
he
exactly where the
documented
things were.
he even knew where the oldest one that he has found, and wasn't it like from
18 something. Yeah.
1867?
Yeah.
And he knew the oldest one that he could find and who had done it and everything like that. Just the amount of knowledge that he has about these caves. He's obviously poured his life into it.
Yeah.
But he's very entertaining too.
Yes. So, all of that to say, it was a super cool destination to go visit. And if you have not ever been there, I would highly recommend it. And if I'm not mistaken, Gene, I know you paid the bill, but it is an affordable trip.
Oh yes, it is very
Yeah.
affordable. The tours themselves take anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour. Now
Mhm.
he just gave us a small little group of four
Yep.
a tour, but he said usually his tour groups are 10 to 20 people, and so they take a little bit longer because it's a little harder to shuffle people out. But still, definitely worth it. And this time of the year, if you can make it in the next week, I'm not going to. I'm not going to give you a spoiler alert here, but he told us a story after our tour was over that had he told us that story before the tour, I don't know if I would have done it.
I know I would not have walked down those stairs.
If you are any sort of a ghost enthusiast or ghost hunter, you want to hear this story, and I'm getting goosebumps even thinking about it.
There we go. Robbers Cave, Lincoln, Nebraska. That was a fun try day.
Yes, it was. And we'll do more stuff like this in the future. Everybody always says there's nothing to do in Nebraska. We're going to find things to do, and we're going to try them. That is going to be a continuing theme on Try Day. So once again, Robbers Cave in Lincoln. If you get the chance, check it out. And I believe he said he does tours daily. So you can find more information online. And that was this week's Try Day. We'll be right back